Hello. Huskies finally back with more Columbus Blue Jackets GMO Trenches mode commentary. Apologize for the long wait. I ended up having car trouble on Friday that kept me away from the house plus school, so I just didn't have time to record, and then I went out of town for a hockey tournament. But we lost because we suck, and I got home early today, so I figured I'd record some. So last video we did the off season. We set our lines up. We did game 1. Currently, we're running Panarin, Wenberg, Jenner, Foligno, Dubinsky, Niederreiter, and then it kind of falls off after there. I saw a comment about if our offense struggles to throw Bjorkstrand on the power play, and that's what I'll do. That'll be the first move I make if we're starting to struggle offensively. Another suggestion was package Foligno and Dubinsky for a first liner, and then trade Bob for another first liner. That way I can put Wenberg on the second line to play with Niederreiter. I would just need a... Or I could go Wenberg... Jenner, Wenberg, Niederreiter is my second line, and that's a pretty good second line. It's just a matter of what I can turn Foligno and Dubinsky into, because I don't think they have the most trade value, because they're both kind of on the... Foligno might have decent trade value. Let's see. So, Dubinsky and Foligno. Now that's a 11.3 million trade right there, which is kind of what needs to happen. I'm gonna kind of do a quick run through and see who wants them. Oh, the Hawks want them both, but I doubt that they can afford them. And I would want a first liner back, and they don't have any first liners that are available to me. McCain, Taze, Saad. They've still got Hossa, because this is done pre-postseason, or pre-off-season, sorry. Well, I guess postseason works too. So the rosters are going to be a little different. Edmonton, I don't think they have any first liners. I mean, Draisaitl, but I really don't want Draisaitl. I mean, Purjärvi, I just had Purjärvi. If I'm going to make a trade for a first liner, I want it to be like at least an 86. Jeff Carter's too old, and Kopitar, there's no way I could swing that. Let's see, who else we got to pick from? Mikael Granlund's not an awful option, but again, he's an 85, so that really doesn't improve my issues. He's someone to come back to because his trade value is decently high, but it's not impossible to work with. And he does have a year of progression. Jonathan Drouin, would they even be close? No, there's no way I could be able to get Drouin. What else do we got to pick from? Now, it'll be tough to make this deal because I don't have a first or a third round pick either. Ryan Johansson, Philip Forsberg, no. Pavelski, Couture, Lightning. He sure. I can't believe they have Nico, man. That's so. That's not what they needed, man. They're gonna be so good. Washington. Kuznetsov wouldn't be a bad option. But again, he's an 86. He's not a first liner. Like when I think first liner, I think. Now what I probably should do is I don't think I want to make a trade this video. Because Nikolai Ehlers, he's an option maybe. 21, 84 overall. I don't think I'm gonna do a. Sorry, I'm talking. What, a friend online? I think I'll wait and see suggestions on people that I could possibly go for. And what I'll do is I can use Dubinsky and Foligno to kind of bring in that 86, 85 overall guy that's going to hit that, like can progress to a first liner status. And I'll use Bob to really get that first liner. Because what's Bobrovsky's trade value? It's through the roof, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, it's through the roof. So I can make a big deal with Bobrovsky and bring in a top tier first liner, but that's gonna have to wait till the off season. So I think I'm just gonna wait and see what's in free agency, and if I can move Dubinsky and Foligno this year, I'll do it at the trade deadline. But I kind of want to see where the team's at before I jump off the cliff and make that trade. Because this first year, I'm not trying to win the cup. I'm just trying to figure out what I've got, what I can work with, where my points are going to come from. So let's go ahead. Let's sim to January 1st and let's see how the team does. And while this sims, if you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around. That's right, we have injuries turned, well, not up, but up from the last time, so we're going to have to deal with injuries. But going back to that point, if you are new here, usually the way that I do these series, because there's been a lot of growth on the channel recently, and a couple people have stumbled on this is their first series. This is the third team I've done in NHL 18. I did the Detroit Red Wings first, and I just finished... He's a defenseman. I just finished Dallas. These are usually... I usually run these for between 6 to 8 seasons, roughly about 30 episodes a team. It's probably 5 episodes a season, depending on how far we go in the playoffs. My playoffs are 1 round per video usually, so the playoff videos are a little shorter. But I sim each individual game through the single game sim, where you do period by period. And that's really all it is. I mean, sometimes once we get to a point where like we're expected to make the playoffs, I'll take topics, because then the regular season doesn't really mean much, and I'll talk about a topic, whether it be real NHL, whatever comments suggest. I mean, like I said, I've only got like 3 or 4 people that comment on a videos daily, which is awesome. Love the conversation. They've been here for a long time. But yeah, that's really a breakdown of what this series is. I am very reliant on the comments. Oh wait, is this just available to play or fully healed? I have to go change that notification, because he's not fully healed yet. And if you're new to GM mode, never put your players back in the roster if they are not fully prepared to play. Because what that does is I don't have any defensemen or any forwards. Shit. All right. We're not. No, stop simming. Never put your players in until they are fully healthy, because if you put a player in who is just available to play, he is guaranteed to get hurt the very next game. The exact same injury for an even longer period of time. So what you do is you just turn the NHL injury return to fully healed, and that'll let you know that the player is set and ready to play. Otherwise, you'll just get stuck in an injury loop. And one thing I need to do is I need to call up a forward so that I have somebody, or I just need to hit up free agency and sign somebody real quick. Free agency. Usually I'm pretty good about keeping my man, there's like nobody here. Chuck Kobasu. Shit, I think I have better guys, because I only have 1.2. I don't want to spend it on that. Burakovsky's still a free agent, damn. I'm just going to call somebody up. Hopefully, injuries don't become too much of an issue. Where am I going? Roster moves. And also, back to the kind of introduction to the series that I do. This is... we'll call up Sonny Milano. Oh, sorry, I just got lost in the game for a second there. Each video is about 20 minutes. That's what I like to keep it to. Some of the off seasons might be a little more, depending on He can play center. Cool. Alright, so we're good. Seth Jones isn't fully healed yet, so we'll wait for him to get fully healed before I put him back in. Alright, so back to the sim. But yeah, the off seasons are sometimes between 20 to 30 minutes. It all depends on how busy the off season is going to be. I usually like to... Alright, so here's good to go. I usually like to incorporate the comment section when it comes to the off season a little more than the regular season. The regular season, I kind of like to just kind of play off a whim, make moves, and then take reactions, or take suggestions on like how I should edit my lines, or whatnot. And like if you, oh, god damn it, Horinsky's hurt, an injured leg, December 3rd. All right, so he's out for a week. See, this is nice though because with the Dallas Stars one that I just did 37 episodes of Dallas Stars, and we had like no injuries throughout the whole thing. I'm actually gonna put Sonny Milano in the lineup instead of Tyler Mott, because I feel like Sonny Milano could possibly be something on this team, but we'll see. Zach Werenski's back. Sweet. I know a lot of people that do these videos just turn injuries off because they're a bit oppressive, but if you turn the injury slider down in gameplay sliders, it affects the sim. I have mine set at 10 right now. 10 might be a little too high. I think I did 6 in the Dallas one, and we never hit it. Like, there were no injuries ever. So that sweet spot might be like 8, but I'm going to play it by ear. If it gets real, like, if we get... if it gets real bad, I'll look into changing it, but we're at a decent pace. We've had 3 guys get hurt, but none of them been extended periods of time. And that's kind of what the NHL is. If you turn off... I like to be a real, like, sim... I play sports games in a simulation style. Like, I try to mimic what happens in the actual sport. Like, I don't really play online anymore. It's just too cheesy and too arcadey. So I like to kind of bring a real life aspect to it. And I think injuries are a good way of showing a team's depth, not so much just stacking an NHL roster and not having any depth in the system. I feel like you should be rewarded for having a good AHL system. Also, when it comes to scouting, I would suggest to do each region 2 weeks at each position. That way you scout everybody. But let's go ahead and have a look at where we're sitting. It's January 1st. We're getting close to the halfway point of the season. Played 37 games. Excuse me. Let's just go to the standings page. It's easier. Alright, so we're 4th in the division with 46 points. We're 3 points behind first, who is Pittsburgh, with 49. We're 21, 12, and 4. This is a very competitive division, and it will stay that way for a long time, because Carolina is way better in the game than they are in real life. And the Devils are much worse in the game than they are in real life for some reason. And the Flyers are usually like top of the division the first couple of years in this. I mean, they score a bunch of, or they give up a bunch of goals, so they might be having injury problems. But a quick look, we're scoring 3 goals a game. That's rather impressive considering I don't really think we're an offensive team. Our goals against could be a little better. Sitting at 2.6, which is 4th worst in the division out of 8 teams. So we're right in the middle. Power play 20.9. We're first in the division. We've given up 5 shorthanded goals though. That's got to stop. Penalty kill 80.9. So middle of the road, 5th actually. Not awful. We have 1 shorthanded goal. We're bad at home. How are we bad at home? Columbus has like that cannon. Aren't they great at home? Man, we gotta fix that shit. Alright, so Wenberg with 37 points, Panarin with 36, Boone Jenner with 30 and 20 goals. What's a two-way forward doing with 20 goals? Nice to see Panarin getting some goals though. Like I said, he's a sniper, but he definitely has a playmaker style in the sim. But we do kind of fall off goal scoring once you get away from there. I mean, Foligno and Dubinsky aren't going to score. They're two-way forwards. Niederreiter, pleasant surprise with 12 goals. He has a -4. But like I said, that second line is going to struggle to score. They should do a better job of keeping the puck out of the net, though. Third line's looking real good. Anderson, Bjorkstrand, and... I don't know who's on that. Is it Calvert? Yeah, because my fourth line is Milano, Savard, and... Not Savard, Cullen, and Hartnell. So we're doing... How's Sonny Milano doing since he's been called up? 5 points to 17. He's on -3. Not the best. Gabriel Carlson doing really well, though. Ryan Murray and David Savard kind of struggling on that second pair. They're probably getting stuck with that second line, and that second line doesn't score, so they're getting brought down by it. I think I'm going to go ahead and make that change on the power play, put Bjorkstrand on there. Bobrovsky, though, 4-9-4, a .918 save percentage, 242 goals against, so he's having a good season. Korpisalo is struggling a little bit, but he's still in that development stage where he's only an 80 overall. We'll probably trade Bobrovsky in the offseason, and it'll be Korpisalo's team from year 2 on. Ooh, I wanted to see NHL leaders. And apologies if my voice sounds a little raspy the longer we go into this. Like I said, I had a hockey tournament this weekend, and as a goalie, I yell a lot to my team and at my team, so it gets it gets a little rough on the throat. So Panarin is like 15th in points, with Wenberg a little bit above him. I'm liking Wenberg, no man. He's proven that he can be that playmaker. He's up to an 86, so he might be cementing his place on that first line. If he can, I mean, he's only 23 and he's a medium elite, so I can probably trade for a high quality two-way forward or a sniper on that first line, and we could be nasty. Go Panarin, Wenberg, and like a 90 overall sniper. Dude, that'd be sick. But I think I'm going to call the video here. It's not exactly 20 minutes, but my throat's starting to hurt, and I don't want to run you through a very raspy video. So I'm going to call it here. As always, sorry. I have an outro spiel. I'm sure you've noticed if you watch the first 2 videos. But if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. It's the best way to support the series, the channel, and the easiest way to spread it around so that new people can find it and join in our little discussion we have in the comments usually every video. In addition to that, subscribe to the channel. That way you know when the videos do go out. Like I said, I had a rough weekend, so videos were on the light side. Should be getting back to normal this week. Should have a video every day this week. I don't see why I wouldn't, as long as I'm not lazy. But yeah, last but not least, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for what is the rest of the regular season and the trade deadline. See if we do something.